All right, so testing. Let's see if my voice is coming through. All right, so testing. Let's see if my voice is coming through. All right, looks like it is good. All right, so let's see what I can do. 107th public looks populated as fuck. I guess I could try it. Last time I did, it was kind of crap. Did alt tabbing kind of screw that over? Did. Anyway, technical difficulties. That seems to be the norm when it comes to my live streams, but I will get into a flight as soon as I can. With that said, you're free to come chat with me if you'd like to talk with me one-on-one, then that can be arranged. I have my own Discord server. If you'd like to chat, send me a link. And that is a limited time offer because in about the course of a week or so, I am actually going to be having my Discord server become a Patreon, depending on how successful the I mean, either way, let's go back game. Let's use this and join. It's gonna take quite a while, so just sit back, relax, guys. Want to grab a drink? You can. I have a bottle of beer in front of me. So, yes, a bit of drunk flying. Don't tell the FAA. All right. Thing looks good so far. I will admit though, the one thing that does suck is that in the summertime it is hotter than balls, and my room heats up very quickly. So, unfortunately, I cannot turn up the fans because that'll make my room noisy, and that's not good for a live stream. Like you have this hissing sound in the background because of my air conditioner, or from a fan you get this whoa 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 whoa. Oh, yeah, is what it is. But I'm fine with the heat so far. Okay, it's gonna take a little bit of a while. It seems like everyone has this fetish for the F-18 for that. Because we have a oh, the DCS F-18 is the new module, so you are going to get quite a bit of players who are just chomping at the bits to try the F-18. And truth be told, I also need to learn how to do it more, learn how to be better at it. When it comes to the server, it takes a while to finally load in. As you can tell, a lot of people connect to the server. So there is that. But just stay tuned. It won't take too long for me to combat that. I will start flying to get myself into an SU-7. Get the ball rolling there. And anyway, chat is open. Guys like to chat? Feel free. But I'll start. How are you guys doing? Okay, looks like it loaded. And let's select a role. Don't joke me yet. Alright, Su-27s. There we go. Briefing and fly. Alright. So, Su-27. Multi-role fighter of the Soviet Union and eventually the Russian Federation. It doesn't have much of a combat record, but the combat record it does have, it suffered no casualties and no aircraft losses. So, pretty impressive if you ask me. Still seems like it's loading, still seems like quite a bit of lag. That's a problem with multiplayer servers. I probably should have started and gotten into this before I even got the chat working or even got the live stream going, because it took me 11 minutes to get into the game. Okay. Let's see. We will have our 27 ERs. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Our 27 ERs are the long-range missiles of the Su-27 and MiG-29s and whatnot. It has quite a long range, actually longer than the American AMRAAMs. I'm going to put some guns on my plane, and 96, I believe, is a sweet spot. There we go.
Перезарядка по плану. Прием.
Alright, so, oh crap, MiG-25s. Pretty close. Heading 190, 49 miles. Yeah, that could be quite a bit of a problem. Still.
Enfield 1-1. You are cleared for takeoff and ready. 1-300 at takeoff ready. 29.70 at QFE 29.73. Командир, оружие подвешено.
Alright, rearming is complete. Time to start the engines. And time to take a swig of liquid courage. Ooh, we got 5 people checking out the live stream. Hey, glad you guys could join me. Let me know if I need to mess with the sound settings or anything like that. But while you're here, sit back, relax. The flight attendants will give you some free drinks if you like. Even though there's only one seat in the plane. Forget that I said something that stupid.
Ready, pre-contact. Cleared contact. Dodge 1-1. Request takeoff.
Oh, crap. Well, these MiG-25s might be a problem, but the 185. Crap, they're a problem.
Colt 5-1. Request taxi to
yeah, just so you know, on this radar, which is on the lower left corner, those two planes over there, those are bogeys. Those are bandits. They will absolutely kill me, unfortunately. So, see, they locked onto me. So, crap. Oh, come on. How fair is that?
You're taking fuel. Return free contact. Dodge 1-1. Request taxi to runway.
Of course, I imagine that these guys will shoot at me the moment I take off, so I'm prepared for that. Luckily, MiG-25 missiles, while they are long range, aren't exactly maneuverable, so I'm not too concerned. But we are 070, 8.2 nautical miles away. Crap. Alright.
Contact.
You gotta take this threat out as soon as possible.
Return free contact. Clear to taxi to runway 27. You're taking fuel.
Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегруз. Предельный угол атаки.
Dodge 1-1. Negative.
Why
105. Focus. Merged.
do I have a smoke trail? I have no idea why I have a smoke trail.
Return free contact. Contact. You're taking fuel. You are clear for takeoff and ready. Climb 300 at QSE 29.68. Return free contact. 105. Focus. Break clear. Break clear. 072 for 160 at 23,000. Flanking. 105. Focus. Bra. 073 for 170 at 23,000. Flanking.
Атаки. Предельная перегрузка.
105. Focus. Bra. 073 for 170 at 23,000. Flanking. 105. Focus. Bra. 073 for 170 at 23,000. Flanking. 10. 105. Focus. Bra. 347 for 120 at 17,000.
Okay, for some reason I do not have afterburner.
105.
That's odd.
Focus. Bra. 342 for 170 at 22,000. Flanking.
My plane damaged?
105. Focus. Bra. 352 for 130 at 22,000. Flanking. 105. Focus. Bra. 347 for 120 at 14,000. Flanking. 105. Focus.
Okay.
Bra.
Well, that makes
342 for 170 at 17,000 knots. 105. Focus. Bra. 333 for 9 at 30,000. 105. 26,000.
Alright, well, I do not get why I don't have... Well, that was stupid. I have no idea why I have any afterburner. However, I imagine it had to do with the smoke on my back. I have no idea what caused that. I cannot tell you what caused that. Else try. I guess that's the magic of live streaming. So, all things Flight Simulator 10 sounds pretty good. Slightly low on the volume for me, but audible, not bad. Will be my first look at DCS. Then ads for Frugal Sim. Yeah, you know, the thing about Frugal Sim is that he really doesn't talk about DCS World. He'll talk about it when a new module comes out, but he's mostly into civil aviation. Not that that's a bad thing. That's kind of what his whole deal is. But, now that you mentioned the volume, I'm going to turn up the up audio just a little bit. Maybe that'll help.
072 for 130 at 35,000 knots.
So let's take a look at the map. See where that is. Okay, so map is showing me the ocean. Great. Map is showing me the ocean.
106. Focus. Bra. 006 for 110 at
I'm probably going to do something that could get me banned from this.
106. Focus. Bra. 003 for 110 at 16,000 flanking. 106. Focus. Bra. 358 for 110 at 35,000 flanking. 106. Focus. Bra. 356 for 130 at 28,000 knots. 106.
Alright, this should work.
Focus.
This should
Bra.
work.
346 for 150 at 30,000 knots. 106. Focus. Bra. 342 for 160 at 18,000 flanking. 106. Focus. Bra. 349 for 160 at 20,000 knots. 106. Focus. Bra.
Engines are up and running.
067 for 150
Engine number
at
1 is
3,000 knots.
starting engine number 2.
106. Focus. Bra. 337 for 27 at 26,000 flanking.
336. 125. These guys are going 785 knots.
188 for 60
I don't know
at
how possible it is for
35,000
me
knots.
to catch up with them.
106.
Problem.
Focus. Bra.
A bigger
343
issue
for
is with the
150 at
F-16s.
11,000
The F-16s can
flanking.
actually do quite a bit of damage to these, so I might actually want to go after them
106.
instead.
Focus. Bra. 176 for 60 at 27,000
flaps.
flanking. 106. Focus. Bra. 341 for 150 at 21,000 flanking.
Yeah, I
106.
had a...
Focus. Bra. 343 for 140 at
Maybe that's what the problem
35,000
was.
flanking.
I had a freaking 360 controller.
106. Focus.
It
Bra.
tends to cause a conflict.
177 450 at 35,000 knots. 106. Focus. Bra. 189 470
Okay.
at 23,000 knots.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to find the
106.
sweet spot, so
Focus. Bra. 343
it's safer
for
that I turn it down,
130
just so that you guys can hear me.
35,000 knots. 106. Focus. Pop-up group 006 for 110 at 2,500 knots. 106. Focus. Bra. 201 for 70 at
Alright, now can you hear me now? Yes, I am doing something that is quite bannable. For the most part.
106. Focus. Bra. 054. For 120 at 24,000 knots. 106. Focus. Bra. 180. 450 at 35,000 knots. 106. Focus. Pop-up group. 012 for 100 at 2,500.
Okay, this asshole is jamming me.
106. Focus. Bra. 147 for 45 at 7,000. Flanking. 106. Focus. Bra. 061 for 110 at 26,000.
Alright. I get what he's saying. Alright, so 146 is at 16,000 feet. Forty nautical miles.
Focus. Bra.
Alright, so
440 at 26,000. Flank. 106. Focus. Bra. 206. 450 at 35,000 knots. 106. Focus. Bra. 018 490 at 6,000. Flanking.
okay, just a quick fact for you guys. It's never a good idea to pull negative G's on a Su-25 or Su-27. Or either, actually. Okay, so this guy is obviously on a course heading to me, as you can tell with the arrow. Of course, the difference between me and him is that this is probably an F-16, though my missile is going to have a higher range than he is. The only problem is that this guy's logging me up, so I might have a problem. Either way, I'm going to pretend this guy never exists.
106. Focus.
I am instead going to wait for the launch authorized. Box 1. If this is an F-16, the AI is probably programmed to wait until pitbull happens, then he's going to break defensive. Once that happens, we don't have a long time before I get destroyed. Okay, now it's happening. This guy is going to have to... Oh, crap. That is, in fact, an incoming missile. Okay, this guy's smart. He's outspeeding me.
106. Focus. 139,412 at 10,000. Flanking.
Okay, that guy's a friendly. Or is he? No, he is not a friendly. He is a bogey. No idea when the launch wasn't authorized. Yeah, thank you for the advice. I wasn't noticing that he was running away from me until it was way too late. This guy, on the other hand, kind of a ways away for ETs. Okay. Well, that happens.
Пожар левого двигателя. Предельный угол атаки. Предельная перегрузка. Пожар правого двигателя.
Alright, well, that happened. Fine by me. Yeah, I was ridiculously outnumbered in that little fight. Strangely enough, does it say how I got shot down? I almost want to say that that was an ET that shot me down. I'm not too entirely sure, but I did not get any warnings from my RWR, which leads me to believe it was probably an infrared missile that got me. Either that or I was stupid close to the enemy. No big deal. As with this game, you try and try and try again, and alright, there we go.
Перезарядка по плану. Прием.
Yes, you never learn until you die. Totally makes sense. Alright, well. Truth be told, that guy was actually pretty smart. Basically, he started running away from me, and at a faster speed. And I made the stupid mistake of firing missiles before he started turning back towards me. Of course, we have a lot of F-16s.
33490 at
That might be the problem. I mean, shit, one of them's already locking me up.
105. Focus. Bra 005.
I don't know, fellas, we might be screwed.
10,000. Flanking.
Yeah, we're screwed because nobody is freaking helping.
003 for 100 at 4,500. Flanking.
Ugh, okay. That's kind of annoying. Well, now I know the problem.
105. Focus. Bra 035 490 at 6,000. Flanking.
Of course, I'm kind of wondering why the Avenger Sam isn't doing a damn thing about it.
105. Focus.
That's a little annoying.
048 435 at 1,500. Cold. 105. Focus.
Yeah, generally I use Fox 1s almost exclusively to harass and pin the enemy down. Because by the time I run out of them, I am well within range to fire my ETs. and if I can't get my ETs off on them, then I will eventually be in range to go into dogfighting, and the Su-27 is really good at dogfighting. So that's kind of what I do. I actually have a video on that, which 99% of the time works for me. It's not exactly the... So, one-on-one on an F-15, I have the range advantage, and I'm able to suppress them because of that. Dealing with multiple people at once, that's when things become dicey. Plus, they can do asinine things like fly away from me. Oh, crap, was it a Su-33 that killed me? Oh yeah. Well, she's actually great at BVR as well, provided that it's one-on-one against an F-15. Then it's great. Otherwise, it's, if you're outnumbered, well, you're outnumbered. That's kind of the bottom line there. Or if it's, let's say 3v3, then you can start using squad tactics to close in and get the proper kills. That's what I learned with the Su-27. F-15, though, I frankly have to say that it's kind of a basic bitch when it comes to BVR fights. There's kind of a formula to the F-15 where you get fairly close enough just outside the optimal range, and then you fire your AMRAAM. Then you fire your AMRAAM in TWS, of course.
Focus. Dodge 1-1. Request bogey dope. Dodge 1-1. Focus. Bra 219. Fork 110. At 9,000 knots.
Okay, so here's where problems can arise. There are two, and heading 228, those are F4s. Actually, I may not have a problem with F4s, to be honest. Okay. Let's see. Oh wow, I'm having a lot more viewers today than I was yesterday. Yesterday, I had nobody, but I also learned that my voice wasn't coming through. So I'm gonna wait until it's optimum range. Not optimum range, but maximum range. And that way I will Fox 1 him. He will start to go on a defensive. Also, probably doesn't help that he is way higher than I am. Started moving on defensive. That's fine. Fire another Fox 1 at him. Oh. Well, I actually killed him, but at the cost of my own life. Oh, that's fine for me. I killed someone. I'm perfectly content with that. Of course, I am a little bit annoyed that I don't have a lot of... Maybe it's the wrong server. Maybe that might be the... Because none of the players are helping me, so I end up perpetually outnumbered. Could be. Or maybe I just suck. One of the two. We'll find out. Alright, so let's take a look at the servers that we have. Aerobatics. You know, I always wanted to take a look at the aerobatics. No nukes, no cheating, 5 out of 99. I'm looking for a PvE server. Is the biggest thing. Cold War server's kind of interesting. Oh, the 104. Nobody's in the 104th. That is crazy. Okay. Alright, this looks like a PvE. Capture Godata Airfield. Doesn't look dedicated USA Operation Snowman. Air Force Normandy. I don't have the Normandy pack. Team Ravens Task Force. Let's try this. No, maybe not. Crap, are there not a lot of, Yeah, this is all multiplayer. However, I'm thinking that I might actually go into single player. Just so that I can get more, action through. Let's see what I have for... Really want to do the F-18, but I'm not that great at, this plane. However, I'll do a bit of rockets. There's nothing wrong with the F-18. It is a beautiful bird. Probably overshadowed by the F-14 because of Top Gun, but guess what? It's still in service. The F-14 is not. Actually, no. The F-18C recently retired from military service in the Navy and kind of been replaced by the Super Hornet. I think they were trying to replace it with the F-35, but I think at the moment there are no plans on retiring it. Or they are retiring it, but they don't have any plans for the future. I'm not too entirely sure. All in all, let's go ahead and all rolling. Yeah, Canada still flies them. Switzerland still flies them. Australia still flies them. It's still a really viable 4th gen fighter. But I do find it a little bit coincidental that Eagle Dynamics released the F-18C right after they retired it. I wonder if there was a bit of collaboration. Also, I swear that there are other countries that fly the F-18. Just can't think of them off the top of my head. It is what it is. Just gotta wait for this thing to load. The most horrendous thing about DCS World is the load time. But sometimes the load times are necessary because you definitely need to... It's definitely loading a lot. I should get a solid state drive. The problem is that they're so expensive and they don't offer much space. Core 2 Quad GTX 770 SLI, that should work. I will say that your quad core might be the limiting factor there. But 2 770s? No, I don't see a problem with that. Don't know how DCS World works with SLI. Huh. Well, we'll find out. So, I would definitely give it a shot because, remember, DCS World is free. You have to pay for the modules, but if you want to do like a test to see how good it is, then how good your computer is compared to how demanding the game is, then you could just fly in the SU-25T, which is not a bad plane. sounds interesting. Oh yeah, the Su-25T is a beast of a machine, and I imagine that it can actually stay over the targets a lot longer than the A-10C can, just because of how many weapons it has. It's also durable as all shit. You do not want to get into a dogfight with it, at least not in an A-10. Okay. And then... oh, I know what happens. I keep forgetting the F-18 is kind of finicky when it comes to the controls. Like the switch for the guns and the rockets are the same, but not for the missiles and the bombs. Oh yeah. This game is great. Now, that doesn't mean I don't have my reservations about it. But it is definitely a great game to get involved with. Okay, what's with the... oh, yeah, never mind. I know what's up. I was trying to remember the button. Ooh. There we go. Now we got something. So, also, if you can no doubt tell, this is a great turn fighter. Devastating underground capabilities. All the hi-fi planes, what do you mean by that? I have the, yeah, I have most of the jets. I have the MiG-21, I have the Biggin, I have the F-18, I have the Harrier, I have the MiG-15 and F-86. Yeah, she's a night fighter. Oh, that's actually a good way to put it, because I think there wasn't the F-18's first air-to-air kill a dogfight? I mean, I could be wrong, but I remember that the F-18 won a dogfight in the Persian Gulf War. Well, the thing is that when it comes to hyper-threading, not a lot of games support that. Bad news is that DCS World is a PC exclusive, so that generally means that they do support hyper-threading, but I don't know if that's really a necessity. Oh, and this thing is, I pushed the wrong button. Oh, did you lose the stream? My stream has been pretty healthy so far. Can anyone tell me if there's been an interruption? Mina? That's kind of funny. That field truck's life was saved by a stupid tree. Oh, by the way, if you ever get into DCS World or any type of combat game, don't do what I do. The only reason why I'm flying over the targets is because I know none of them are going to shoot at me. If there was any type of AAA, or even an APC for that matter, then I would have been shot down by now. You almost always want to engage them at a distance, take out the enemy air defenses, and then go in, fire off your rocket salvo or drop your bombs, but then split away. A good example would be if I were to do this. That would be a smarter way to go about it. I used to fly with a squad, but it's been quite a long time since I did so. Sweet. Alright, so let's go to briefing, see what it was. Okay. With that. Okay. Looks good to me. Right. The hard disk drives have not improved speed-wise, while the SSDs have made leaps and bounds in that regard. They've also become, they've also started to carry more storage at a cheaper price. However, the saving grace for the hard drive is that you definitely get a bigger bang for your buck if storage space is what you want. So, you know, if you want, I could probably teach you how to fly. I'm actually pretty good with the A10. If you want me to show you how to do that. Ooh, we have 10 people watching. To all you guys, hello. Glad you could join me. And let's take a look. So, action. The A10C have. Let's go with something easy. But yeah, I'll definitely teach you how to fly. I'll teach you how to fly the A10. The only thing I'm kind of rusty with is the CDU. But That's something that you could easily do a quick Google search on, and there are actually a lot of trainer squads that can help you with that as well. Trust me, when it comes to the DCS community, you are in good hands. Like, I remember there's a Facebook group that I joined, and I just started this thread complaining about how the Harrier didn't have any that the Harrier didn't have any type of training module. And all the people there said, "Oh, that's no big deal. We'll teach you how to train. Get you situated in the Harrier, and you'll be a killing machine." So yes, I totally recommend, if not joining group, at least talking to them. The friendly community, very nice people, and there are a lot of people who realize that it's hard to get into, so they're very patient when it comes to the whole gist of it.
Contact target 12 o'clock, 8.
Two
Okay.
supply trucks are heading you at the fork in the river, left of the town, 9 clicks ahead. Groups are marked with green smoke. Waypoint 2, labeled supply, is the target location.
Alright. That's simple enough. The only thing that I can say about this is that it doesn't tell me where to ingress and egress, but I make a pretty educated guess on how I go about it. Alright. When in doubt, A10C. That's kind of my go-to plane. I've been doing that since 2011, 2012. Actually, probably just since 2012. And it was a far cry compared to what I learned with Flaming Cliffs. Like, totally different bird. No, what happened? What happened? Unfortunately, DCS crashed. Oh. That's what you get for playing the beta. And unfortunately. But I totally peppered that one thing. I do not care. Just freaking crash already so that I can get back into the game. Yeah. Okay, well. I will be right back in that card. Okay, so yeah, still loading. Totally regretting not getting the solid state drive now. So honestly, I'm almost ready to get a solid state drive for the sole purpose of just flight sims, just because of the insane loading times. A10C, East Georgia. There we go. Oh yeah. X, I totally recommend that you get this game. As I said before, it's free. Comes with one free module, the SU-25T, which is a really good plane. And with the SU-25T, it gives you the basics. So once you get a grasp of that, you can get into the more complex stuff like the A10C. Yeah, I know what you mean. I actually have a hybrid SSD HDD where I put most of my games on, and it's a 4 terabyte. That's what I usually use for most of the games that I've been installing lately. Alright.
Contact target 12 o'clock, 14.
Two supply trucks are heading you at the fork in the river, left of the town, 9 foot ahead. Groups are marked with green smoke. Waypoint 2, labeled supply, is the target location.
If this crashes again, then I know it's not a good idea. But the A10C, oh, once you master this plane, it is like the perfect killing machine.
Contact target 1 o'clock, 49.
Like, I kid you not, the shit that you can do is crazy.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
Like, yeah, just from that, pretty much annihilated these two trucks.
Altitude, altitude.
Yeah, I would not recommend YouTube gaming.
Pull up, pull up.
I think it's there for people who want to see live streams.
Altitude, altitude.
And even then, it's not as good as Twitch.
Nice job taking up his trucks. The next target is insurgent patrol, 2 trucks of infantry. At waypoint 3, labeled patrol. The target is marked with red smoke. Take it out.
Hi there, Deadpool. How's it going? Yeah, if you're wondering, I have my secondary monitor hooked up to a TV, which is way to the right of me, so every time I look back at my engine, I'm actually looking at the chat. Well, unless I'm doing this. If I look right. Okay. Now, I could probably just pepper them. Machine gun rounds, and that should work. I think I just answered my own question there. No.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Assuming that I actually hit the right target. I am building my second custom water cooling system for my cockpit setup. Should I go for SLI 1080 or a single 1080 Ti at 1440p? Okay, so a 1080 Ti is perfect for a 1440p monitor. In fact, I'd go so far to say as it's actually quite a bit of overkill. So yes, I would go with a single 1080 Ti, plus you don't have to worry about SLI incompatibilities and stuff like that.
Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
I hope that answers your question. I mean, there's no point in cutting a stick of butter with an axe. That's kind of my reasoning for it. And I have a GTX 1060, and that works perfectly for 1080p, 60 frames per second, along with streaming. So it's not like you're
Pull up, pull up.
suffering much in the performance department.
Altitude, altitude.
I say as I get a bit of a frame rate lag. Oh yeah. Like the 1060 is ridiculously good at this. I would not have to worry about that at all. Alright. I guess it's time to say goodbye to that one infantry that has the AK attached to it. Like that guy.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
Now if I didn't kill him, then I know I did something wrong. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with AMD GPUs. I heard that the Ryzen is really good, and like it actually competes with Intel, and not like, oh, ha ha ha, it finally competes with Intel. It's like, no, it actually beats Intel in a lot of ways. So okay, what haven't I killed? I swear that I've destroyed everything.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Nope, there's this one asshole next to that one tree in between the two flaming cars. Yeah, it depends mostly on the game, really. If the game developer doesn't make a if the game developer doesn't program to optimize on SLI,
pull up.
it's pretty much a worthless waste of money and
Altitude,
power.
altitude.
Don't get me wrong, it's nice if you
Pull
can
up,
get it
pull up.
to work, but again, keyword is if. Take it from me, I used to work in computer repair. And again, I'm also friends with a lot of computer techs that tell me that I'm a charlatan and have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
Good job with that patrol. Let's now try dropping a bridge. Drop the bridge at waypoint 4, labeled bridge. There are a couple AAA units defending it.
They don't say. AAA units and bridge, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not exactly a big fan of DirectX 12 just because of how Microsoft is trying to control the PC gaming market. But I think that might be a blessing in disguise because, who knows, maybe that means more feasibility for the for Vulkan.
Contact air defense target, 1 o'clock, 1-1.
Alright, so let's take a look. Okay, so that's the bridge. I set it to my point. Alright. Oh yeah, the 1050 Ti would be perfect for DCS World. I'm running a 1060 and I haven't had any problems with it.
Contact air defense target, 12 o'clock, 4. 2, contact target, 12 o'clock, 4.
Alright, so let's take a look. We're starting to get in range with the DBU 38s. Now, might as well give you guys a nice view of the impending doom of this bridge. This is a GBU 38. It has no guidance system. It's fire and forget. The fins are basically programmed according to the weather and the geometry in order to guide itself into the target. And once it does, well, I think you guys know what's going to happen.
Southeast waypoint 5, labeled tanks. You'll find a group of 3 tanks at a road intersection. They are marked with white smoke. Careful, they have both AAA and IR SAM cover.
So, fun fact, the guy who is voicing command is actually Matt Wagner, one of the developers of DCS World. I'm pretty sure everybody knew that by now. So, AGMs, AGMs. Okay, let's go with that. And the targeting pod to here. Turn this to Mavericks. Drill over here. Now let's fire. Okay, rifle. Rifle. Alright, did I destroy the tanks? Yes, I did.
Pull up, pull up.
That's Sam. Okay, well, that's a good question, Deadpool. That's hey, no problem. You have a good one, Tim. Glad you could join me. Oh, crap. Oh, yeah. Boeing versus Airbus. Alright, so, to answer your question, before I get brutally murdered, the Airbus versus Boeing debate basically varies between the planes. See, Airbus tends to make some really good, high-tech, high-quality planes, but it seems they really lack a lot of business sense. And the A340 is actually a really good example. Like, they created the A340 to go up against the 777. The problem is, though, is that since it has 4 engines, it really isn't that great when it comes to fuel efficiency. So the 777 is definitely better than the A340. In fact, they stopped making the A340 because of that. A320 I prefer over the 737. A380 I prefer over the 747. And, of course, I prefer the, kind of concentrating right now. I prefer the 787 over the A350. I was kind of late to the game. 767 over the A300. You know, that kind of deal. That's what I'm trying to get to, is that depends on the plane, but I think that Boeing has better business sense than Airbus. But that's not to take away from Airbus, because they make really good planes. They're just not business savvy, if that makes any sense. So, let's take a look at where I am. Help it all. Let's try to go to Kutasi. I guess we're not going to need those. Acknowledge that. Oh wow, my plane really got torn to shreds. And that's fine. I can still fly this plane. This plane seems to be perfectly working. Yeah. I still have to wait because I do believe that the jury is still out when it comes to how good the A350 is. But from what I've seen, Boeing made all the correct decisions when they came out with the 787. Wow.
Flight. Engage targets of opportunity.
I'm just gonna have him take care of the rest.
Copy. Engaging air defenses.
Razer? I haven't really been familiar with Razer laptops, to be honest. Oh. I'd have to say that, from my experience, my least favorite had to be HP, particularly the DV600s or DV6s. Those were absolute shit computers that were destined to fail. I got DV, correct? Needless to say, is that the heatsink for their GPU wasn't seated properly. So every single one of the DVs is a ticking time bomb waiting for the motherboard to fry. Now you can't fix that. Like, you could take a piece of copper, cover it in thermal paste, and replace the foam padding, which is supposed to be the thermal patch, and then it should work fine. But if you don't do that in time, first thing, you're either going to get no video, or it's not going to turn on at all. Huh. I never heard of Dutch Pilot Girl. I should definitely check her out. Yeah, one of the things that I want to do with my channel is that I really want to dive into real-world aviation. I want to get myself like spy sunglasses that record video. Make sure that it's high quality, of course, and has a long battery life, and just start flying with it. What do you guys think about that? That'd be a good idea. They rifle. Oh, whatever. I can't be too angry at him. He destroyed the bane of my existence. But I think all is good. Also, I'm not too much of a fan of easy machines, or what are they called? E-machines? They're just not good quality. But the thing about most computer companies now is that they notice that the desktop market really appeals to the hang on. Notice a problem here. There we go. Anyway. Oh yeah, basically they started developing gaming PCs if they go with desktops. So, do you happen to have a link to Dutch Pilot Girl's channel? Definitely love to check her out. I've been trying to get more into the aviation community as time goes on. Oh yeah, that guy has a key. Also, what is your opinion on Boeing versus Airbus? Got any on it? Oh, okay. Yep, works for me. I guess it is kind of rude for me to have you do all of my homework. Apologize for that. No, I actually wonder if TACAN works. I don't think it does. Well, unless the is channel 44. Am I doing TACAN correctly? Is the SR-71 on your Christmas list? Oh, and much love if you get that reference. Not a very vague reference. Yeah. I'm really pretty impartial.
Looks like you got all the tanks. The final target is an armor column moving along the road from north to south in the area on waypoint 6 for the column. You can contact JTech Playboy on VHF AM 131 for tasking.
Screw JTAC. My wingman can deal with all that stuff. Oh crap. Holy crap. See this? TACAN is actually working. And I'm 25 miles out. Jackpot. Actually, I am really going to get technical with this. Runway 08 and yes, I know I'm cheating. I am using maps. But assuming I did all the TACANs correctly, this will guide me right to Kutaisi. The only thing that interested me at E3 was the Elder Scrolls 6, and I'm hoping, I am very much so hoping, but not holding my breath, that the Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be a lot like Kingdom Come Deliverance. Or at the very least, it's going to be less dumbed down, because KCD is not dumbed down, and it sounded amazing. It basically spat in the face of everything that AAA companies have stated. Miles out. Oh, actually, yeah, you are totally right about that. ATFSX. I just call you ATFSX or X. It's one of the things that really pisses me off. You have this elitist fuckwad of a pilot who is usually in his late 50s and early 60s, maybe even late 60s because he refuses to retire. He's flying an airplane. He thinks to himself, you know what, I'm close to retirement. Nothing bad is ever going to happen. But when something bad happens, they fail to recognize it. And that pisses me off. These guys have like 15 to 20,000 hours in the sky. And they can't figure out when something is going wrong. You kind of see what I'm saying, right? And that's not the runway, that's the taxiway. Oh, that bodes well. I checked air traffic control. They told me that my landing gear is busted. So I'm going in for a belly landing. That's my official headcanon that's going on. I totally contacted ATC. They looked through their binocs and said, Alder, you have, stems for landing gear. Alright, engine off. Alright, well that just happened. Alright, so yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. So you're talking about the Air France flight, right? So with the Air France flight, basically there was the thing that brought down the plane was that there was this one piece of hail that jammed into the pitot tube. So just from that, they got mixed signals. And if someone who was competent and understood the warning signs knew that, they would have recognized that they were falling 3,000 feet a minute towards the ocean. But no, they were too busy troubleshooting the airspeed to realize, oh, hey, we actually need airspeed to stay a lift. Yeah. Uh, Brilliant people, right? Oh, I won a medal. Crap, I forgot that DCS World handed out medals. Just that I normally don't do that. Killed 11 out of the 15. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I know. Anyway, I will be right back. So, what do you guys think? Do you think that was a write-off for my little crash landing? Because I can't imagine that A10 getting off the ground ever again. But yeah, serious talk though. I cannot stand it when people get complacent. They've had, I understand that routine is inevitable. You are going to get used to it, and a lot of the time your brain is going to be on autopilot. That is not the best thing, but I think that's okay. I think that's normal. I think everyone does that. However, I think that you also always need to look out for the things that are wrong. Train yourself to figure out, okay, this is not routine, something is happening, and we need to figure it out in the most safe and effective way possible. I, for a while, was a safety auditor at my job, and it was my job to look around and see the things that were dangerous. And I started to see things that were like, how the hell did this happen? But I'll kind of leave it at that because it is some secret company stuff, which I rectified. But I kind of trained myself to learn when something's not right. But that's kind of my thing. Yeah, I do not care if it's Boeing or Airbus because there was actually a crash in Turkey with a 737 that where the pilot was landing the plane via auto landing, and it auto rotated way too soon. And when that happened, the pilot had no idea how to get out of it. All he needed to do was to grab the stick, push the nose down, and that would have disabled the auto landing. But nope, it auto landed too, or auto flared too soon. The plane stalled, crashed. 8 people died, including the pilots. So, yeah, stuff like that can happen. Anyway, I just kind of find it funny. Well, not funny, but interesting how we got into this serious conversation about aviation after we were kind of fooling around with flight sim. Right, totally. For example, do you think that I was in any position whatsoever to use autopilot? Do you think that I could just turn on the autopilot, fly straight on level, and have it auto land right at Kutasi? No. There comes a point when auto landing is not appropriate. In fact, a lot of companies do not allow their pilots to use auto landing unless it's in a major storm, or not a major storm, but low visibility. Otherwise, they're saying, hey, you're a pilot, you're trained to land this plane, you land it. And it's kind of the same with other things. Better. If you lose an engine, generally what you want to do is that you want to turn off your autopilot. I believe you turn off your autopilot, and then you divert. Or if you don't turn off your autopilot, you will have to check the rudder as well, just so that you don't lead off speed and end up in a stall. Alright, so let's see what type of things I can do. Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of like, not really in a DCS mood. So I am going to do something. All right, so I'm gonna straw poll you guys. What should I play? Let's see. All right, so guys, I am going to give you a little straw poll. Figure out what you guys want me to do. I'm kind of burned out on Yes World. True. It depends on ATS multiplayer. If there's anything I learned from Air Force Proud 95, is that unless you're doing VATSIM, it is the most unorganized thing I have ever seen. Kind of funny. But anyway, yes, polls are open, and I shall not be doing anything until I get a voice or a vote. But Traffic Jam City kind of reminds me. I could also play some City Skylines. Not bad. Oh. So far, 0 votes. Stellaris? Oh, yeah, Stellaris is actually pretty interesting. If you want to do that, then okay, 100% of the votes are going to Stellaris so far. Thank you, one voter. I don't need to use extends. Besides, extends is for people with low self-esteem or Republicans. Great, I just lost my entire viewing demographic. Ooh. Well, isn't that a threat? Let's see, do I negotiate with terrorists? Yeah, I used to be a PC repair tech as well. I will not do that, but currently it is tied 1-1 between X-Plane 11 or Stellaris. Though, being the aviation channel that I am, I think I'm leaning towards X-Plane 11. Just a little bit. Ooh, Quake. You know what? I'm gonna do at least one game of Quake, then I'll head into X-Plane 11. You got my word. So don't stab me in my sleep. Also, Germany is an amazing place. Just gonna put it there. Gonna take my fucking hat off, though. Because it's collecting sweat at this point. Alright. Let's go ahead and... I am currently loading up some Quake, so... There we go. Much better. I think. Much better. And yes, an advertisement for Ryzen. How quaint. Then, of course, the loading screen. You gotta love those. Trust me, that's not going to be the worst loading screen you've ever seen. Not by a long shot. Alright, it's day 2. I'll claim thy reward. Guards. Yay.
I know a good slipgate.
Alright, now let's just give it a shot. If I'm not able to find a multiplayer match, I'm just gonna say fuck it. Go with X-Plane. Because that is a reasonable thing to do. do people really not play Quake Champions? Okay, match has been found. Took a while. Where is everyone? If I am the only one, okay.
Vote now.
Oh, we're good. Kinda like this one. Kinda hard to find games at a low skill rating from what I've heard. And I'm pretty low skill, skill level 6. Yeah, plenty of people were playing when it's free to play and it was Noob City, but...
Ranger reporting.
Either way.
Much going on in my head. Can't focus.
Ooh. Oh, damn, that guy got me by the balls.
Prepare your team. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight. My kingdom's finally come. Time.
Okay.
Surrender is not an option.
Things have gotten pretty, guess all the new guys kind of left, so that made things a lot easier.
Teams are tied. Lead taken. Teams are tied. Lead taken. Teams are tied. Lead taken. Shoot with it.
Ah, there we go. More blood for the blood god. Oh, son of a cock biscuit.
Disgrace yourself enough. Incoming quad.
Crap, can I get the quad in time?
Quad spawn. Enemy has the quad.
Oh shit. Yeah, I was not getting out of that one. Deathmatch and team deathmatch from what I've
Painful to
seen.
be a dream. Too real to be a nightmare.
But really, whenever I played the original Quake, that's all I ever played, so... assuming they don't have anything.
Floodgates are closed. find another way. Teams are tied. Lead lost.
Yeah, I haven't been a huge fan of, ooh, jets.
When you've been here this long, nothing and everything makes sense.
This might be the first game where I get a negative KDR.
Friends are gonna have a hard time peeling you off the
Well,
wall.
until I shoot them in the face. I mean, there's always that.
I need to find a slip gate out of this place. Incoming protection.
Not a big fan of Crysis 2. I love Crysis 1. But Crysis 2 was bastardized by consoles. I mean, really, that's the bottom line. It was great because it had so much destructible terrain, so many destructible items, but then, of course,
Bastards. Why are you torturing me like this?
I'm not doing too good.
This operation is falling apart. Time. Disgraced yourself enough. Stay down.
Hey, I got 5 kills. Want that?
Incoming quad. Been trying to get out 20 years. Not giving up now. Quad spawned. Enemy has the quad.
Crap. This might actually be,
Your team has the quad.
oh good.
Enemy has the quad. Sometimes the world doesn't need another hero. It needs a monster. Time to leave. sideways down. That's pretty low.
How the fuck did he? Okay, I'm getting pissed.
When you've been here this long, nothing.
Fractal design makes good cases. A lot of people disagree with me on that. Make good cases.
Protection spawned. Enemy has the protection. Paint must be a dream. Too real to be a nightmare.
This is actually the first one that I did badly at.
Bastards. Why are you torturing me like this? Warning.
Well, got a kill off. I totally deserve that one. Moving fast enough. Ah. First time actually live streaming. Getting my noob ass kicked. Isn't that hilarious?
Maybe my kingdom's finally come. Everything is good. Incoming quadrant. Enemy team wins.
Hey, I had to get a bit of teabagging out of the way, but holy crap. Those guys were, oh fuck. Yeah, so, I will tell you this, the case that I'm using is an Anides case. If any of you have ever heard about Anides. Probably not. Oh, I had one headshot. 8 kills. Don't know how that's an accomplishment. Battle report though. Died 17 times and killed 8 times. Oh wow, that was crummy. But I will tell you this, my KDR, at least until recently, was pretty good. Unfortunately, I have no idea what to do now. I'm burning up, and it's kind of late. So, let's just chat for a minute if you want to talk about computer cases, but going pretty soon. Streaming for 2 hours, I mean, hey, that's always good, right? But I'll tell you what I mean when I mean the AC sounds absolutely horrendous. Not suitable for streaming pleasures, I guess I should say. And maybe I could take a look at whatever Riff Racer I would love to do if it wasn't for copyright. Kingdom Come Deliverance would be nice if it didn't suck trying to live stream it. Seta Corsa could do that, but nobody wants to be interested in that. Bloodstained, I'm sure nobody will. Whatever, I'll do Stellaris. Stellaris it is. Oh wait, I don't even have a fucking profile for it. Alright. Yeah, I know the screen's blank, but I'm still here. Okay. Now time to do some still R. Oh yeah, a set of course at Baldy. Okay, I'll go with that one. Outdated mods enabled, son of a bitch. Alright, yeah, you know what? A set of course it is. I wish I could do some Eurobeat to it, but I know the next best thing. Oh, that I do. Alright, so set of course it is. Play that shit. Yes, you are going to be enjoying what I got in store for you. America's Army 3. I'll be honest, I've never heard of that. I'm gonna have to check out America's Army 3. Usually when it comes to squad-based games, I really like Arma 3. I like to get more into that. Let's go into a... let's go to drive. Let's go start the engine. Yes, oh, speaking of mods, you're gonna see it. You're going to love it. Well, depending on who you are, but I definitely like it. The only thing is that I have a crummy control as opposed to a racing wheel. Okay, well that was embarrassing. Yeah, I'm trying to concentrate on this. I don't think I'm gonna win any illegal street races, that's for sure. Ah, crap. Now, I badly want to master this track. But unfortunately, I still got some... I almost fell off the edge of a world. Yeah, I know. I'm terrible at cleaning my car, that's for sure. So, back to the pits we go. Let's actually try something a little bit more weeb. Nobody minds if I go a little bit weebish, do I? Do you? I mean, fuck, the track itself is pretty much weeb central. But oh yes, I will. I will totally fucking do it. Alright, hey, have a good one, Deadpool. Thank you for watching my live stream. Yeah, so apparently the edge of a world is in Japan. Who'd have figured? That's why there's monsters and tentacle rape going on, so just gotta be wary about that. Oh, yes. Hell to the fuck yes. Oh god, the sound of this. You know what? No, just no. Damn, I really need to get rid of these cobwebs. Sorry, I'm super concentrated. I will get back to you guys soon. God, I love the sound of this car. I am not gonna lie. There we go. I think I'm getting the hang of this. Alright, Toyotas are such good, reliable cars. I screwed up. I didn't spend a little extra on one, and I regret it. Paid more later. Yeah, I've been a huge fan of Japanese cars. And, you know, I like BMW as well. I like not Rolls Royce, I'm not a big fan of those, but, BMW, Mercedes, supercars, I like that stuff, but the thing about Japanese cars is that they are built to last. Like, if you ever get the chance to find this car that I'm driving right now, and good fucking luck trying to find it, it'll last you a lifetime. These cars are just designed to last. Planned obsolescence was never put in mind. And in fact, being more reliable was a selling point that a lot of foreign car manufacturers placed in order to have a competitive edge in the American market. This is on your laptop, right? Or is this a monitor? Oh, there we go. True Drifter. Oh. Huh? Okay. The Samsung T240 HD monitor. Been doing this every day for once or twice a day for a month now. Okay. Well, with that said, is it without a doubt your TV? Like, if you switch to another input, will it give you the same thing? God, the sound of his engine is so exhilarating. Okay, so that definitely sounds like it's a problem with the TV. I mean, I think the only way to really know for sure is to check and see. We're falling off the edge of the world. Yeah, I think it is the TV source, though. The only way to know for sure is whether or not you replicate the same thing with a different monitor. Because then you're probably looking at a video card. I mean, stuff like that. Anyway, I think that's enough of Assetto Corsa. I think that's enough live streaming. If you want, I'll send you a link to my Discord so we can chat later. Because, yeah. It is pretty late where I am. You too, and yeah, anyone who feels like joining my Discord, feel free to check that out. But with that said, hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys subscribed, and as always, you have a good one.